It's fascinating. The Clippers are on the list because I hope it happens.
I mean, fascinating. You say it like
it's fascinating because I
caught
hope
off guard.
I hope it happens.
Clip City, Chip City.
But overall, I'm not disappointed with Jimmy Butler. I'm disappointed with a league that just has player after player after player demanding trades out of town. As a fan, I speak a lot of time when it comes to the NBA. I'm a fan.
Yes.
And a lot of these sports. I want my superstar player more controlled by my hometown team. As a fan. I'm not talking as an athlete. I'm as a fan.
Exposed.
I want Paul George with the Indiana Pacers.
Oh, I bet you do because nobody else is going to stay there unless you force them. Look, sorry, small markets. It's not even small markets because San Antonio Spurs, Miami, not the biggest market. Like, it's not even market size at times. It's just situations. Some places, hey, you better develop them and draft them because they're not raising their hand to be free agents. I understand that. What I like about this is the process. I'm not like you. I'm not sitting there saying, get off my lawn, because back in your days, you said that. That is you.
I'm a fan. That ain't a get off my lawn.
No, you know why? Because when general managers did the exact same action, the exact same result, you had no problem with it.
General managers did what?
In the 80s and in the 90s before the players and Michael Jordan starting this and one-year deals and LeBron James taking it to the next step of demanding where he wants to go, general managers had this opportunity and took full advantage of creating the teams they wanted. That's why we had super team Celtics, super team Lakers, and even super team Bulls. They were making all these moves, and you're fine with it when the front office does it. I'm fine with it when the players do it. And this one was done above board. Two reasons. One, he sat down with the coach. I'm not going to surprise you. Not going to be a leak to a website. And then two, I'm going to tell you where I want to go, and I'll sign an extension. Therefore, this franchise will benefit through the negotiation. I'm not going to make it a labor affair. We're going to get what we want, and you're going to get what you want because we're going to sit down and talk to each other like adults.
I just want to restate it.
What, off my lawn?
No, listen.
What?
My father started taking me and my brother to Pacer games when I was like 2 years old. I'm just a fan.
I get it.
And so when Paul George just says, hey, man, I want out of here, as a fan, that bothers me.
Why? He doesn't have freedom?
Because I'm a Pacer fan. There's a Pacer mat that sits in front of my door. Reggie Miller's jersey hangs in my apartment. I'm a Pacer fan. I have an attachment to Paul George. We drafted him. We developed him. It bothers me when he just said, I'm going to bounce.
All right, you're a Pacer fan. Better question. Are you an NBA fan?
I'm a Pacer fan and an NBA. I'm a Pacer fan first. I'm an NBA fan too, but I want my players to stay with the teams that drafted and developed. That's just the way I feel.
If you're an NBA fan, you let them shuffle the deck, and I don't care who's the dealer, as long as I get some different cards, and I like it every year.
So they slapped Mark Cuban with a gigantic, enormous fine that clearly indicates to me that the behavior inside the workplace that he's overseeing was Animal House and completely out of control. But I still believe it's all cosmetic. And this is what drives me crazy about the NBA and the media mostly. Not the NBA, the media. Oh, God, the NFL is so terrible. It's so hostile. It's so toxically masculine. Jerry Richardson had to sell his team.
Yes.
Mark Cuban gets to cut a check, go on the jump today, and pretend like he did nothing. I'm donating money to these causes, and you're a champion, Mark. And, God, you've just handled this well, Mark. It's awesome. You're the greatest. But the NFL gets demonized. If this had happened in the NFL, they'd have to shut down the damn franchise and collapse it, and everybody would have to go to prison. NBA, let's throw an applaud, and look how woke the NBA is.
Would they?
Get out of here. Yeah.
Would they? Because Mark Cuban, not trying to absolve him of any guilt or whatever he was directly involved with in terms of...
He wasn't directly involved, according to him.
My point. But indirectly, obviously, you're the overseer of a huge organization that has hundreds, if not thousands, of employees. I get it. And you're talking about Jerry Richardson, you talk about other situations, even in NBA, and when you talk about what happened with the Clippers, like...
When they tolerated for 20 years?
Yeah. But when you're directly involved, there's going to be a different judgment than if you're indirectly involved. What I liked about this is, one, the closed-door discussions had to go like this. Mark, you have to change your workplace. Mark's like, I agree. And we have to show punishment, and you have to change it in terms of supporting a new workplace environment. Deal. We're going to fine you. Don't fine me because that sounds like guilt. That implies guilt. I'll do more than just the punishment. I'll donate 4x of what the fine maximum is and save my name and reputation from guilt. And you know what I like about that? The resources come 4 times fold to that situation, that workplace. And I like it shows a cooperation with those 30 owners and their commissioner. Like you said in NFL, that doesn't always seem to be the case in solidarity with their issues.
If it weren't for the media and the way they would twist this up, I would be right there with you.
Well,
this is the proper, probably result,
right,
given his indirect involvement.
Yes.
But when I keep hearing the NBA celebrated as the greatest thing on earth in comparison to the NFL, it just drives me crazy because I know that's bogus and BS.
Well, none of them perfect. We get it.
Not just none of them perfect. I just know men, and I know locker rooms, and I know what men do around sports.
This wasn't even in the locker room. No.
But I get it. I'm just saying.
This is the cubicle.
It's all a locker room. You get more than 2 or 3 men together, the IQ just goes in the toilet. That's just a fact. And so I don't care what
Whitlock.
I don't care what sport it is or whatever. And so I just hate this little pedestal that somehow the NBA is better and has more integrity and they're more progressive. It's all garbage. The NBA is no different than the NFL. Mark Cuban just cut a check to get out from underneath his problems. I don't have a real problem with it, but it is what it is. Let's don't dress it up as like, oh, but now he's a hero.